Dos.
Hey everyone, this is Nora Reynoso here at CBD Hemp Wellness Channel. We are here to bring some knowledge, to bring some truth, and help out. So here we are. And again, remember that we are answering questions. If you have any questions, please feel free. And if we can answer them, cool. But I do try to cover every angle of the topic. So today the topic is gut health. Why is gut health so important? Well, the majority of disease comes from the gut. It is what we eat. We are what we eat. And the gut, what happens is if we eat acidic foods, stuff that is not good for us, it will mutilate our cells. When our cells are mutilated, they fall out of formation in our body because they're mutilated. They're not perfect little circles, so they fall out. And what that happens, they rise up to the top and they become disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, everything you can think of, cancer. And so what we want to do is we want to eat very alkaline. And we want to be able to repair. And the beauty of it is that our body is so perfect. God made it so amazing that we can self-generate, but we could give it some help. So if you add CBD to your daily routine, we already have CBD receptors in our body, your body will accept them and it will repair faster. It's kind of like antioxidants, right? If you eat antioxidants, all the mutilated cells, it covers up basically all the little holes and then it goes back into rotation. So basically our food is our medicine. So the CBD acts the same way, but it is in high quantities and it's a different component that's fixing to the cellular level, but basically doing the same thing. So it's very important that our gut health is on point, that we let our body give it some rest so that we can naturally detox and self-generate. A lot of the people, especially here in the United States, we are, programmed or taught that the most important meal of the day is the first one, the morning one, breakfast. But in all reality, unless you're a child or a woman that's pregnant, you don't need to wake up and eat. Even if you're diabetic and you have all this stuff going on, because you have medication, you do have to eat. But actually, when you fast, when you do intermittent fasting, you could detox, and then you get rid of the, you don't have to even end up taking medication for high blood pressure or diabetes. People can fix their diabetes literally by doing the intermittent fasting in like 24 to 48 hours. It's that fast that the body detoxes. But again, we have to help it. So that's why knowledge is really, really important for us to share, is very important. So, when we learn something, let's tell the next person, because when everybody is at 100%, then we're gonna have a better life experience and we're gonna be nicer to other people because we are in our, the best that we could be, so then we can really focus on purpose. When you have aches and pains and disease, it comes with pain. It comes with discomfort. And then we can't function correctly because now we have our vision clouded by the disease. So that's why we have to really attack it where it starts. So the gut. The gut is super important, that we really start eating purposeful. And that includes supplements. That's what I kind of like to call the CBD, right? It's another supplement that I'm taking. I'm taking a superfood. I'm taking things purposeful so that I can have, the best human experience. I'm very proud to always say my age. I'm 50 years old, and I am very purposeful with what I put in my body and what I don't put in my body. And I know that my body's functioning, I would say 95%, I would say, because there's always room to improve. But I'm very purposeful with taking my CBD every day, taking my sea moss every day. staying accountable on what hours I eat. I only eat for an 8-hour window and I stick to it. A lot of people say, I can't do that. Well, if you're saying that you can't do it, if you speak it, then you're becoming it. You can't, you won't be able to do it. So first and foremost, watch what you say. Say, yes, I can. Yes, I will do this. Because remember, who's accountable of this body? It's your spirit. So you have to be accountable and get up and make the best choices for you. You're the one that buys the food. You're the one that puts it in your mouth. And if you can't control that, then I don't know what to tell you guys. We have to be purposeful, and we have to start with what we put in our body. So again, remember where everything starts. We are what we eat. I know you guys have heard that. I am not trying to reinvent the wheel here. Fasting is in the Bible over 40 times. Most of the holiest days, they tell you to fast. Why? Because you're going to detach from that, from the flesh and start becoming and connecting to self, right? Because if you have an excess of food, which that's what we have, most of the people around the world have an excessive, especially here in the United States, we have an excessive amount of food, and we're literally poisoning ourselves with it. The body doesn't even have time to process it. The number one thing for the liver to do is to process food. And if your stomach is full constantly, if you wake up and you eat and you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, you eat, the liver will never have time to detox. When you're detoxing, it's going to pull all that excess that the body has, doesn't even know what to do with it. Here, the excess fat, right? The excess body shapes that we have here, it's excess, it's extra baggage. Your joints are going to hurt. If I have 40, 50 pounds more on this frame, my body's gonna hurt. I've been there. That's how I started my journey. I've gone through it. I was overweight at a certain time in my life because I was indulging and I was trying to mask the pain with food. And that's what we mostly do. I'm not the only one. I'm just very open in sharing my truth. I share that in my book, Rescuing Myself. And that's how I started. I did not like the person that I saw in the mirror. Plus, I had all this pain going on. And I decided to make a difference. And it took me a long time to figure it out. I didn't just say, oh, there it is. It was a lot of stuff that I had to learn with myself. And so that's what I do here. I share with you what worked for me, not only for me, because before I even published my book, Rescuing Myself, I spoke to many people that actually did my plan, that repeated the same thing that I did. And all I'm doing is starting again, doing the intermittent fasting. I didn't invent that. I'm just enforcing it and showing it to you the way it works. A lot of people tell you, go do a fast, or go do this diet, or go do this, but they don't tell you why. They don't tell you the science behind why it's going to work. So I'm here to tell you why things work the way they work. And then now you can make the best choice for you, because we're all human and we're very, very similar. And a lot of the things are from our roots. They're gonna work for most of us. We also have different blood types, so we're going to be different. There's going to be uniqueness about you. So that's why, again, it's very important to connect with yourself. Allow your body to detach from the unnecessary and fix with what we put in our body. It could be literally something as small as, oh, I'm now gonna start taking gummies every night. Or you wanna, I like high doses of CBD. I don't have any chronic pain, but I know it repairs to a cellular level. We have a lot of things that expose us to inflammation in the body. And that, removing that goes even to the wrinkles. You know, people, again, they're like, Nora, you look great. You know, what do you do? What's secret? There's no secret. I share everything with you guys. Yo digo, que lo sepa Dios, que lo sepa el mundo. If God knows it, let the world know it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to share wellness, because our wealth, what is wealth? It's our health. If we don't have health, it doesn't matter how much currency you have. You won't be able to enjoy anything. People get so sick that they can't eat anymore, right? People get so sick that all they're doing is just taking one pill to fix one thing, and then that causes another thing, and it goes on and on and on, and they're Band-Aids. And it just keeps getting worse, and it just keeps getting worse. And then you see people with like, I don't know, 10, 20 different prescriptions they're taking. And all those prescriptions are super acidic. So that's causing even more issues. It's mutilating more cells. So we need to counteract it. I'm not telling you to get off all your stuff, but regulate yourself naturally, and you will get off your stuff. I say wean off your stuff. Talk to your doctor. The doctor's gonna say, oh, the CBD is not gonna do anything, blah, blah, blah. Most of them do say that, right? Because they've been programmed, taught a certain way, so they're not gonna go this route. Plus, it's gonna take their business, right? So, ultimately, use something natural that's been with us from the beginning of time, which is the knowledge that I'm giving you, the fasting, intermittent fasting, and telling you why it works. And then also giving you the plant, telling you now we have it in concentrated form. In nanotechnology, where it's literally into the smallest molecule so that it could absorb into our body like that. It doesn't have to go through the liver. It heals you immediately. You know, I get amazed every time. It's not a pain, you know, blocker. It's actually taking away the inflammation. When it takes the inflammation away, it's taking the pain away. And it's actually repairing, right? So yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I met this gentleman, and he was, you know, big guy, really big guy, and older, and he was like, you know, walking, and I'm like, what's going on with you? And he's like, I went to the chiropractor because I'm really in pain, blah, blah, blah. I go, what's your pain level? Oh, it's 9. From 1 to 10, what is it? You know, 10 being the worst. He said, it's at a 9. And, you know, usually you just take one gummy, and that's all I had there. You know, I didn't have anything else with me, because if I had something higher dose, I would have done that. But I said, here, take 2 gummies, and then let me know how you feel in 4 minutes, you know, 2 minutes. And we just started talking about other things, and then I was like, how are you feeling now? And he's like, you know what? This is working. You know, I really feel good. And I said, well, how do you feel now? He's like, no, I really feel a difference. So then I was like, okay, you gotta go to Old Town Temecula and get your drops. You know, and I gave him the information, and he ended up getting his drops. He's super happy. But it always makes me happy when, you know, I see the results right away. And that's what we're here for. We're here to share the knowledge and share health, because without that we have nothing, and our health is our wealth. So yes, if you guys ever come here to Temecula, or if you guys can't get down here to Old Town Temecula and you want to pick up some stuff, feel free to pick up some stuff here in Old Town. CBD Hemp Divas. I will give you the phone number. I will also post it at the bottom. And it's 951-973-0050. And you can use my name. If you use my name, you will get a gift. So the discount code is Nora. And I just like to pay forward, and I love giving because I love also receiving. So I love the energy flow. So I'm like, okay, what are we gonna give out? So with that code, you get, with any purchase, you get a CBD bath bomb, which is amazing. I recommend it. It's great for inflammation of the body. It's great for, you know, competing days. It was amazing to do it right before competing. Like the day before competing, I would do like baths, the bath bomb, and that would take all the inflammation out of the body, so then you can actually even look more cut, more defined when you're depleting. So during competition was great, but any inflammation in the body, it will remove it. So you get that for free just by saying my name, Nora. And then a CBD chapstick, and it is amazing. And this is from Secret Wellness. That's from that brand. They're pretty amazing. They have drops as well. But yeah, free. You get a little freebie, and then if you spend $150, you do get my book for free as well. And if you want to pick up the book, you can also go on Amazon. So this is Nora tuning out, and I hope that you got all the knowledge that you needed, and I know that the people that needed to hear this are hearing it. Because I do believe that, you know, we are in the time of knowing, and if you look, you will find, and we can all heal each other. So make sure you share, because we want everybody to be at 100, be the best you. Remember, you have to rescue yourself. You know, God lives within, but you cannot wait for anybody to do it. It is your choice. It is your will. And what are you going to focus on? We're going to focus on being the best that we can be. So make sure you guys tune in for next week. We are doing this live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Trying to give a little bit back to everybody, and want to send you a lot of love, and can't wait to connect next week as well. Bye-bye, guys.